everyone, welcome to the We Listen Forum. Today we have with us Ms. Suzy Singh. She's a member of the Board of Advisors and she would be answering the questions that you have posted and the questions that you have sent to us. So hello and welcome, ma'am.
Hi, Moisha. Thank you very much for having me here. And I think this is a brilliant initiative by We Listen, because having questions answered in a video format, I'm sure will make them much easier for the questioners and people who are waiting to receive answers to relate once they begin to see live humans answering them in person. So thank you very much for this.
When I go to a social event, I find it better once I've settled and I've started talking to people. But then comes the fear of having said something stupid, and my mind races, trying to think of the next thing to say to people to keep the conversation flowing. And once the event is over, I usually spend the next 2 weeks analyzing it and what I may have said wrong. So even though I'm glad that I went to said event, it still takes a toll on me for the next few weeks, which is quite exhausting.
Yes, I get a sense from this question that this person is basically an introvert, and meeting a group of people in itself is a big deal. However, that having been said, there seems to be a deep-seated fear of being wrong or making a mistake, and which is why there is this hyper-vigilance this person feels when she or he is present in a social situation. There is also the need to impress people or to please people and to come away having made a good impression, and which is why there is a deep scrutiny of every word that is said. And then there is a feeling of, so what do I think that person is thinking about me? And then you're going through this whole mental rehearsal, literally, of replaying that evening in your head and things that you said and you could have said differently, or you could have made them more perfect, and how that other person may have formed a less than optimal impression or a not good enough impression, and how that person is going to carry that impression forward the next time you meet and how they might behave with you. Now, we can see that all of it is mentally tiring, and which is why this person says that it is so exhausting, because spending 2 weeks of your life just reliving an occasion that nobody else is even thinking about. Where does this stem from? I think the deeper issue here is a fear of rejection. And I would urge this individual to actually explore his or her relationship with the parent figure. Did this person feel rejected in the family situation? And that is the core issue, because the coping mechanism that arrives from that feeling of rejection, or how this person wants to be accepted, is by really bending over backwards and being good and being nice and being polite and doing all the right things and never being wrong. But that in itself is really hard, because there is also, therefore, a self-rejection. There is a belief I'm not good enough, and that I have to say the right thing and do the right thing to even be accepted by other people. So this can be extremely distressing. And I think this individual needs to work with self-love. And there are several videos on my YouTube channel on self-love, which I would suggest this individual watch, so that they can cultivate a greater self-acceptance. As they learn to accept themselves just as they are, as they learn to heal that rejection wound with the parent, and they build a better, more harmonious relationship with the parent, they will not be so worried about the social impression that they are making when they go to an ordinary gathering or a party where they're actually meant to be enjoying themselves or connecting with people or having a good time. But actually, it is hugely distressing for this individual.